When I was 8 years old, I used to hear voices coming from my bedroom closet. They weren't loud, just faint whispers, like someone trying not to be heard. At first, I thought it was my imagination, or maybe the wind sneaking through the cracks in the old wooden door. But then, the whispers started saying my name. Eli. Soft, slow, almost kind. I told my mom, but she just smiled and said, "It's just a dream, honey." So I stopped mentioning it. But every night, the whispers got closer. One night, I left the closet door slightly open, just to prove to myself that nothing was inside. At around 2 a.m., I woke up to the sound of breathing, heavy, raspy breathing, coming from that tiny dark gap. The air felt thick, and my chest tightened. I sat up, staring at the door. Then, ever so slowly, the closet door began to open. Not wide, just enough for a sliver of blackness to spill into the room. And then, a voice, clearer than ever before, whispered, "Don't close it yet." I screamed. My dad ran in, turned on the lights, but the door was shut tight. Inside, just clothes. But ever since that night, I can't sleep unless every closet around me is locked shut. I was 9 when my mom took me to a neighborhood yard sale. That's where I found her, the doll. Porcelain skin, faded blue dress, one cracked eye that didn't quite look straight. I thought she was beautiful. The old woman selling it smiled strangely and said, "She's been waiting for someone like you." My mom laughed and bought it for $1. That night, I placed the doll on my dresser before bed. When I woke up, she was sitting on my desk, facing my bed. I thought my mom had moved her. She hadn't. Every night after that, she'd move just a little. Once on the chair, once by the window, until one morning, she was lying beside me on my pillow. I screamed and threw her away, but the next day, she was back, sitting on my dresser again. I begged my mom to get rid of her. She tossed the doll in the trash outside. That night, thunder shook the house. In the middle of the storm, I woke to a soft sound, like someone whispering my name. I turned, and there she was, sitting on my desk again. Her cracked eye slowly turned toward me, and in that same soft voice, she said, "Why did you leave me outside?" We were kids, bored, wild, and curious. Our school was surrounded by woods, and behind it, there was an old concrete wall that we weren't supposed to climb. Of course, that made it the perfect spot for hide and seek. One autumn afternoon, 6 of us decided to play. It was my friend Daniel's turn to hide. He ran behind the wall and disappeared into the trees. We counted to 30, but he never came back. We looked everywhere, yelling his name, laughing at first, then calling louder, then crying. He was gone. Police searched for days, but they never found him. A year passed. One night, I walked past the school and saw something moving near the back fence. A shadow shaped like a small boy, sliding slowly along the wall. I froze. The streetlight flickered, and for a second, I saw it clearly, a shadow of a child, standing perfectly still, though no one was there to cast it. Now, every autumn, the teachers say not to go behind the school after dark, because if you stand quietly and listen, you can still hear Daniel whispering from the woods. It's your turn to hide. These were true childhood horror stories, real memories shared by those who still can't forget. Sometimes the monsters we feared as kids were never just in our heads. Subscribe for more true horror stories, only on Midnight Horror Tales. Sleep tight, if you can.